Now then guys, what's going on? Yorkie here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 22 Barcelona career mode. And we got a hectic episode today because we are going to finish off the transfer window. We've also got an Clasico as well, so that should be good. This is what we need though. I've just noticed this, just spotted this right now. We need this. We need a Benzema because we don't have that in the team at the moment. We don't have someone, I feel like, this season that is going to bag goals upon goals upon goals. Of course, the situation with Aguero has happened. As far as I know, retired in real life. So we won't use him. The man's a legend. We ain't going to use him. I ain't going to sell him either because I don't want him playing for anybody else if in reality he's not going to be playing for anyone. But we do need that. We need that killer up top. And I'm just not sure that's Memphis Depay. If he can stay fit, maybe, but I'm not sure. Also, a lot of questions being thrown towards the midfield, of course, with Pedri going now. Some of you might not have wanted to see Pedri leave. I didn't want to see Pedri leave, but we did kind of set our stall out at the start of the save. If I felt like the release clauses were realistic, I would let them go. Now, when I say realistic, in terms of La Liga, the release clauses, look at them. They're ridiculous. They're in there purely because they have to be in there in La Liga. So they put in ridiculous release clauses. When the players, I don't know of any player in La Liga that's actually left for that full release clause. I don't think Neymar did. I think they just paid a fee that was happy for Barcelona. So we were happy with 110 million for Pedri. I think that was a ridiculous amount of money for a team that is struggling financially like this. And yeah, I'm gutted to see him go. Would have preferred that it was De Jong because that's what people wanted to see. But unfortunately, it's happened. But when it comes to replacing him, I'm not sure we need to. Gonzalez, want to give him more game time. McKinney, we've already got in the club, 80 rated. Gonna give him game time. We've got Gavi there. Want to give him more game time at 18. The two youngsters for the academy. Ricky, like, we've actually got some decent central midfielders, so we will negotiate Ricky's contract right now. So I'm not sure that's where we need anyone. I will bear it in mind that maybe we should get another central midfielder. You guys gave some great suggestions for centre mids as well, by the way. But I think for now, I'd like to kind of give these guys the opportunity and spend that money in areas I feel like going forward is where we're weak. I think we need a left winger and I think we need a striker. I think Jesus is the future up there, but I'm not sure he's the now. He picked up the pieces last season, but I'm just not sure about Memphis, and I'm still not sure whether we renew his contract. I'm not sure. We need to make a decision on Memphis really in this window. We've got all that going on, but also if you are new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, I would massively appreciate it. Thank you very much for your support so far on the series, on that last episode, on the series, on the channels. We're pushing our way now to 4K. I don't know. We're just going with it. We're just running with the ball and seeing what happens when it comes to this YouTube stuff. But I do appreciate each and every one of you that show me love and support so far. I signed some players. Now, I wanted a left back. I mean, you instantly, this was it. This was the opportunity to get Wijndal because there's a bid in for him already. I really like him. I like Centelles, but for me, I think Owen Wijndal at AZ Alkmaar, definitely someone we could convince to come to the club. Should suit us the way that he plays, athletic. We're going to go for him. And considering AZ are in the position they're in, we will pay the release clause because I think they'd be able to have the negotiating power. An 82 rated left back for them, 33 million. It's not even that pricey, is it, if we're being honest? So I will pay the release clause. I'd like to give him rotation if he'll accept it. It does want important. We'll give him it. It's fine. I would have just preferred rotation because we've got Alba obviously so far this season he's got to be the starting left back, and now we're just trying to find that backup. Now I'm happy for a release clause, and 69 is the magic number. I'm not happy for that release clause. I want more. I don't like 69, so I'm actually going to deny that release clause. Again, when it comes to release clauses in the game, I'm more than accepting. You guys know this already. If big bids come in, I'm more than accepting of them. I'm going to go with a decent wage as well. I'm going to go up in his wage because 12 grand per week. He's coming to Barcelona. He wants more anyway. So, of course, he's going to be earning more coming here. But again, nowhere near that 150,000 mark, which we do have 2 spots available. But if we renegotiate Memphis, we won't have 2 spots available for 150k. So we could sign one player who's on 150k per week, basically. And I kind of feel like this will be that one player. He's on 62 grand a week now, and he's going to cost us an arm and a leg. It would be the biggest signing so far at Barcelona. It would be a statement of a big signing. But you got to remember the 110 million we got from Pedri. So it's not out of the realms of realism if they were to make a big signing. In fact, they might make a big signing next season, but we'll see how Xavi wants to go about it. But this would be the one I would really like. My only issue is, does this hinder Ansu Fati, that we push Ansu Fati up top? But Ansu's had his injury problems as well, and backup left back isn't really doing a job for me at the moment. Majoal would be an unbelievable player for us. He really would be. I'm going to shortlist him for now. I'm going to think about it while we play the games. I like to do that. When we sit down, I sit down and record these. It takes me probably about three and a half hours sometimes to record them, depending how much happens in the episode. I'm going to try and mull it over because I'm not sure I want to go in and spend that amount of money. Probably will cost us around 140 million potentially, and then that would be the rest of the budget, when in reality we could do with a Sergio Aguero replacement up top, if we're being honest. And can you find that? Is there a Sergio Aguero replacement? I'm not too sure. Man, you want to spend some cash in this one, guys. Man, you want to spend some cash in this one. Ter Stegen now, not happening. No chance. I mean, I'm all for some change here at Barcelona, but Ter Stegen leaving the club is not the one. We've got our big sale, haven't we? Basically, we've had our big sale. Pjanic, though, definitely do want to get rid of him. Hopefully, he'll just sign a contract. Not going to negotiate it because they're paying over his value. Getting a huge wage off as well, so Pjanic can lead the club, give us a little bit of extra money. We're going to have roughly around 200 million to spend, and I need to figure out if I want to spend it all, if we want to save some for January, because you've got to remember, next season, we only keep the profit. So next year, we might not have a lot of money. The deal does go through, so we'll get 19.5 for Pjanic, which is a decent bit of cash. So yeah, just under 200 million for me to spend here at Barcelona. Again, I don't think we should spend it all. The sim then up against Elche, and it's just same old Barcelona. We need this striker, don't we, or else we're going to be in trouble this season. It's a draw. It's a 1-1. It doesn't look like they had a lot in the game. Memphis Depay scoring for us, which is great to see, but then they scored straight after. I made some subs to try and just get us back into... We're just not clinical, are we? And that is an issue. Some transfer bids coming in here now, and we've got one for De Jong. We was going to let go. We was guaranteeing that we was going to let go. But I think with Pedri leaving, I just don't think we can let him go. I'm not sure. I will negotiate it. If we can get in the upper, I will accept it, because we did a vote, didn't we, on the channel, and you guys voted that we sell him. So we'll see what we can get for him, but I just don't think we let him go now unless it's a ridiculous fee. We will still look to sell him in the future. 145 million? Okay, they're going to pay it. 145 million. So De Jong will be leaving as well. I mean, he was planned to leave, by the way. We did the vote on De Jong, and well, we're going to be giving the cash here, really, to completely rebuild this team. We are definitely now going to need a central midfielder. I still think we need a centre-back, and I'm still leaning towards Mats Hummels, just for a season. I think he's perfect just for a year, and then we'll bring in someone fresh face, because Lukoya would have probably been the one we went for, but he's just moved to Dortmund. And although I like the idea of Bastoni, I just don't see Inter selling him at this moment in time. I just don't see that being a deal that could be made to happen. Now, we definitely need a central midfielder. I am scouting a bunch of players as we speak, because I think we're going to need that extra body in there. Houssman Oyor is someone who was mentioned, and I am very high on either him or Carlos Soler. And you guys want to see Simons, but I just don't think this is the save for him, because we'll sign him and won't use him. Whereas in a different save, I think he might make more sense for us, because we've got the youth in the centre of the park, don't we? And then I'm just absolutely beside myself now for what to do going forward. Ferran Torres was mentioned, but I just don't see how Man City would sell Ferran Torres to us. I just don't see how that's feasible in my mind. Now, one that I'm really intrigued by is Federico Chiesa. Hasn't actually signed for Juve in the save. They didn't take up the buy option, and he's available. He's back at Fiorentina. He's a Euros winner. He's a big-time player. He can play right or left. I think we might go in for Chiesa. I genuinely think we might go in for Chiesa. I'm still in the mind that we need a striker. Where he's at his career right now, Chiesa, I think we could definitely sign him, because from Fiorentina instead of Juve, it's a much easier deal to pull off. He's going to cost us a lot of money. He is. It's going to be the biggest signing so far. And again, you guys might say, oh, this doesn't seem that realistic. Well, you know, realistically, he wouldn't have signed for Fiorentina. So we are basically rescuing him from Fiorentina. But we've only got so much money we can spend here, and You know, we've got a little bit more than we expected to have, but I do want money left over. Now, it is going to be a premium because he won the Euros, didn't he? And I want 98 million, and I really don't want to pay that, to be honest with you, at this stage. For anyone, 88 million? Could that get me him? 90 million. 90 million. I mean, Federico Chiesa, brilliant player. We're going to play him on the left. No, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away. I don't want to pay 90 million for Chiesa from Fiorentina. Of course, we've still got the option of a Barzual, but it's the price that is worrying me when it comes to him. 100 million guaranteed, basically, but he is a big name. And I imagine at this stage, the Barcelona fans want to see a big name come into the club. Looks like we've got the group drawn as well for the Champions League, and De Jong has been sold. We'll get 133 million of that. We still have a lot of players in the club, which we're still trying to move out, but we've got 329 million now to spend here at Barcelona. So the idea of us having no cash, well, that's disappeared really quickly, hasn't it? I guess that is something that could happen, I suppose, in real life. I think that Xavi's going to want to make quite wholesale changes while keeping the youth they've got there, but probably going to want to make wholesale changes. We've got the group for the Champions League. It's going to be Bayern Munich, Lazio and Spartak Moscow. Lazio could cause us a problem. Trip to Moscow, not the easiest. And of course, Bayern Munich. So yeah, we're in a bit of a rough spot here. This is probably going to be one of the harder windows I've done because I've got to put some level of squad together here I wasn't expecting to have to do. The El Clasico we've got to do, though, first before this absolutely manic deadline day. And this is the starting 11. And it's strong. It is strong, don't get me wrong. This is arguably the strongest I can put out there. Celik and Dest are the same rating, and we could probably get Alba in there, but this is basically the strongest starting 11 I can field at the moment. Doesn't exactly match Real Madrid's starting 11, if we're being honest, but we'll see what happens. We've got a big window to finish off here. McKinney and Ricky, the central midfielders, both should still grow really well. The biggest issue we've had so far is breaking teams down, but I'm hoping with Ansu Fati coming back into the squad today, in the starting 11, that might change a little bit. He might be able to run riot here against Real Madrid. We're at home as well. We could do with picking up the points. Early defeats like this at the start of the season are what make you not in a title race. Now, I'm not saying we should be in a title race this season, but I would like to be. I don't think we win it this year, but I'd like to be in it. I'd like to be in and around. I'd like to still be in the race towards the back end of the season, which we weren't last time out. And an early loss here and a draw earlier in the episode could really make life difficult. They are going to pass the ball very well, by the looks of it. Eric Garcia, they're doing really well to win it back. And this will be the big question now. With Ansu Fati back on the pitch, can you break away? Lucas Vazquez is not slow, is he? That's the hard part here for him. He's up against someone who's extremely quick. Oh, Benzema one-on-one with Garcia. Garcia did really well there. Super impressed. Ansu, look at Lucas Vazquez. Like, he's so quick. I'm going to struggle to get Ansu Fati involved in this game today because of how quick he is. And our passing at the moment, I have to be honest, has not been very tip-top. We look nervy. We look a bit sluggish at the start of this match. Real Madrid are very good at passing the football at the moment. Vinicius is absolutely ridiculously quick. Karim Benzema, what a save to Stegen. More of that, please. To Stegen, more of that, please. We're not doing well here. I'm going to be honest with you. This looks like we're on the route for a potential hiding. Ansu Fati with the mistake. Ansu Fati, of all people, brought in today to try and help us. Well, he's made a horrendous mistake there, and it's a centre-back. We need to get these mistakes out of our system. Like, Ansu, mate, just play it back. Just play it back. Well, that's a problem. That's a massive problem, and the start to this season has not been a good one. And it's slowly getting to a point where it's ripped the team up and start again. It is, because at the moment, we just don't feel like a side that's good at football. And that passing again. Like, what is our passing at the start of this game? I liken this at the moment to, if you watch the Leicester series, we played against Man City. It did not go well in the Carabao Cup final. This is feeling exactly like that. It's not been a good game of football either, this. It's been pretty bad, but I mean, we've done nothing. Memphis Depay! Oh, he can't capitalise on Courtois' mistake. That was a huge moment there. I feel like you've got to score that one, right? Serginho Desto. Digne dealt with that so well. Barca mistake led to their goal in the first half, but a Real Madrid mistake did not lead to a goal for us. Unfortunately, we're in a little bit of a hole here. Just don't lose, I think. This would probably be my mindset now. Kinney there is going to find Ansu. Ansu's going to slot that into Dembele, surely. Dembele! Yes! We're right back in the game. 1-1 Barcelona against Real Madrid. Ousmane Dembele with a goal. He's been so important to us, and he finds the back of the net again for us. Oh, good play. Ansu Fati, good ball to him. And that's the first time we've really broken Real Madrid down. Look at this, sloppy defending from them, and a great finish. Tight angle. Been a tight game, but can the tide turn this second half? We don't feel as sluggish now at the start of the second half. We seem to be dealing with them a little bit better as well. Can we find another goal? That's the big question, right? Kamara. Kamara still. Oh, Kamara played the ball too late. He's not started the season too well, has he, Kamara? I know he'll settle. He was great last year, but he's not started this season too well at the moment. Not really had an impact in the games that he should have done there. He's got to play that pass. Now he's going to be given a second bite at the cherry here, and it's got to be good. It wasn't good, but luckily for us, Memphis Depay is pretty good at football. He keeps hold of it. He's a good dribbler as well. Memphis Depay now, still going. Memphis Depay now, still going. Ansu Fati coming in, and it's just not the right cross. I don't know what it is with my crossing, but I suck at crossing the football on this year's FIFA. I wonder if I'm doing it wrong. Should I be fizzing the ball across more? Like, there was a good opportunity there for a good cross, but it just loops or it goes to the back post when I didn't want the back post. Ansu's not a bad passer of the football. Depay, lovely play into Dembele for the winner. Oh, what a save. That is why you have a world-class goalkeeper. Moments like that. What a save. Great play from the front three. Some of the best play we've had all game. I can't believe he saved that. Now, I would have loved to have made substitutions, but the ball hasn't been out for about 20 minutes. Ansu Fati now this time. Back into the pie again. Ansu Fati. What is that pass, my friend? Got the ball coming forward now. Tony Cruz. Benzema, get to him. Oh, get to Karim Benzema. You can't give him that time. All right, at the end of the game, it's going to be heartbreak for us. And unfortunately, that attack, again, was from a mistaken pass from Ansu Fati. Well, I made a triple sub because for me, this game's over now, but I feel for Ansu because this is the big game. This is the one where you stand up, you be accounted for, and he's been bad. And my central midfield has been bad. He just gave the ball away again there. This is going to be a Real Madrid victory, and it's kind of just showing us that we're nowhere near Real Madrid's level at the moment. Don't get me wrong, it was a close game, but the mistakes, we need to eradicate them for the rest of the season. And this already is showing me that we're way off the pace for the title. It's only 3 games, but 3 games in and 11th place. It's not good enough, and it is worrying. We need to pick up form very quick. We've had a tough start, but it's not going to get easier because European games are coming soon, and that's going to put even more pressure on the lads. Bayern Munich, of course, the first European game we've got. We've got a loan offer here for Alex Balde, and I'm actually going to accept it because I think it'll give him a good boost going out on loan. And then next year, he'll probably become that rotation player again. We're still waiting for some scout reports to come back. But we're going to go in and do some bids here instantly. I want to see how much money Matt Summels wants because I'm not going to pay him over the top. I think he's going to want over the top already. We'll just see what he wants, but I don't think we're going to sign him just purely on the sheer fact that he's going to be one of the players over 150k. And I can't... Oh, he is going to be under. Okay, we will sign him. 2 years. 105. Okay, Matt Summels is going to come in for 2 seasons. I think he's a really solid pickup in the back line. We're super young. We could do with a bit of experience there. I feel like we need more of a surging forward kind of central midfielder. And I feel like Yorkiemann like fits the bill for that. Got good sprint speed for a central midfielder, acceleration. His balance is really good, which I like. Okay, stamina. Maybe could do with that improving. Reactions are very good. Vision is decent as well for him. Ball control is probably the big one. He's a very good dribbler on the ball. So I need someone in the center of the park that can bring that forward. And I'm not sure Carlos Soler is... He's not far off, actually. Carlos Soler would be very similar. Let's look at the prices. So there would be 50 to 52. Yorkiemann would be 60 to 87. Both the same overall rating. That makes this super difficult. I think we're going to go Carlos Soler simply because we're going for someone in our league. He's a little bit taller as well, which for some strange reason I actually like. We're going to go for Carlos Soler. I don't want to sell him. Got to pay the release clause. Well, that made that easy, didn't it? We're going for Yorkiemann Ayor. We're not going to pay the release clause. We're going to negotiate with the club, but them not selling him made that a lot easier for me. It's going to go 51 million. Just why not? Chuck him a cheeky 51. All right. We were a little bit off what they wanted. 59 million to see Yorkiemann Ayor in a Barcelona shirt. Can we get them 10 less? 69. We might not get another day's opportunity. 72. I'm going to accept that. I don't want to miss out on him. We're a day before deadline day at this stage. I can't afford to be missing out on players. Be interesting to see if he's going to end up being one of the guys as well that is going to be over the 150,000 per week. We've got 2 spots, if you remember correctly. Hooseman, I wouldn't mind him being one of those. Oh no, we've got 3 spots now because De Jong's gone and he's not going to be over that. That is fantastic for us. 2 new signings in there instantly that improve the club. So business so far has been Lewis Miller, who's going to be backup rotation CDM. We've got Owen Windal, along with Hooseman Ayor and Mats Hummels. We do need that experience because we are young. Good news as well, Mr. Braithwaite has finally left the club. So, I mean, there's still players we need to get out. Gerard Piqué is going to be back as well. There's still players we need to leave the club. We've still got a massive squad, but we sold more than we've brought in at least. I do still have 267 million, and I still think we need a left winger, and I can't decide for the life of me who this left winger is going to be. I'm still tempted by Chiesa. We can go in one more time for him. I wish I had your guys' feedback at this moment in time, but we can go in for Federico Chiesa one more time. He would be a superstar. It doesn't feel realistic to me because Juve would sign him in real life, but realism when it comes to the save, we have to work in this game world. We have to work on what's happening in this game world and make realistic decisions for this game world. When I say realistic, I mean realistic for the world we're in. Things, of course, after season 1 are going to change drastically. And Federico Chiesa did not get picked up by Juventus. He is still at Fiorentina here a day before deadline day. Should he be a Barcelona player? I think so. We've gone in once and we couldn't agree a deal. We will go in again. And this time I'm going to be happy to pay 80 million. And please just let me have him for that. Oh, they've gone up. They've gone up. We'll go for 90, but they're driving a hard bargain now. They've gone up in their price expectation. Yeah, they're not going to negotiate, are they? They're not going to wiggle here. 121 million is basically... that's it. They have to receive that. That's sad. I would have loved Chiesa. I wish I could see how much Ferran Torres played for Man City. I really do. But I think he's probably someone that in 1 or 2 seasons time we pick up. Maybe not this season. I do have more scout reports coming back as well. I left it a little bit too late on the scout reports, but I am leaning now towards Barjual. Although we could bring Munier back. He used to play for Barcelona's academy. We could bring him back. He's very good left wing, right wing. Striker, not too good on the weak foot, which is a bit of a problem for me, but he is very quick and we could do with somebody else that can get in behind. In terms of quick, I mean acceleration, so he's going to be quick when receiving the ball. I don't know. He's good at controlling the football as well. I'm struggling. We have options at least. Let's see if we can get any more of these scout reports back. Feel like we might be running the risk here of not signing a striker and seeing what our strikers do this season, giving it to Depay this year and Jesus Ferreira. Well, at least until January and going with that, I think. Velasco's going to be loaned out. Balde's going to be loaned out, and we've got an offer here for Collado, so hopefully he'll leave as well. I've now been recording for 52 minutes. I still don't know who we're signing. I'm going in for a Barjual. We haven't scouted enough players here, in my opinion. I'm willing to pay the 103 million for him. I would pay that, but I don't want to pay any more. He's 87 rated, Spanish. Real Sociedad didn't have the greatest of seasons. We're going for it. 103 million. Please, Real Sociedad. We won't let Barjo go for that money. Oh my god, why does everybody want so much money from us? Do they know we're in debt? I just can't realistically pay that. I just cannot pay that. Let's counter. We'll keep the sell-on clause because I'm planning on selling him. We'll go with a new transfer fee. 110 is the minimum here. 110. Please just meet me at 110. Sell-on clause. Reasonable. It looks like we're going to get a Barjual. This has to have been the most strenuous window I've actually done yet, because I'm genuinely really thinking about how we should work this, how the team should look, who we should bring in. And it's been tough. Now, I imagine he's going to be over the 150k, but we've got room for several of you. A Barjual's going to look good in this Barca kit as well. It does mean that at points... Okay, yeah, we're cool with that release clause, actually. 226 million. Absolutely happy with that. It does mean that maybe we play Ansu Fati down the middle a little bit more this season. We will see. I don't know what I should be paying him here. I wish he'd have told me. Will you accept that? 110k, 1 million, 165. So he is going to be one of the players that is over. So we've still got room for 2 more players over 150k. I think Memphis is going to be one of them, though, if we re-sign him, which I think we probably will do. It's been a long journey to get here, but I think that is our window. I am gutted that we couldn't get Chiesa. Maybe he's someone we get down the line. Mila, Wijndal, Hussein Ayor, Abazual, and Mats Hummels. There is still going to be work to do potentially in January and in the future, but this still leaves us with 149 million before we've sold another player, which is important. Remember, we can only spend what profit we make in this save, so moving forward, we'd have dead windows if I spent all of that. If you guys are like, well, you didn't spend all your budget, we wouldn't have a January transfer window if I spend the entire budget. The same as next summer. If I don't leave any budget left over until we sell someone, we just wouldn't have a budget. But Busquets offer here, I'm going to reject it. I think he needs to retire at the club. There's a few players I wanted to move out that we couldn't, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with that window. It was stressful, but I'm happy with it. Let's see what some of the bigger deals were. Young, of course, so we just topped the list, didn't we? Barcelona just Saka to Leicester. Okay. All right, then we just topped the list up, didn't we? De Jong and Pedri were the 2 biggest sales of the window. And the biggest signing for us, obviously, was Abajo, which was, again, like up there. But, you know, we made that amount of money for those 2 players and spent 110 on Abajo. We still spent less on 1 player than we got for either of those. So that's good. We're right up there with the Hussein Ayor. We had to make some big changes. Timo Werner is coming to Real Madrid. That will add a different dynamic. Real Sociedad have been hugely weakened. Is that going as well? They're going to be a lot easier to deal with this season. I imagine Sevilla there, though, trying to improve themselves. Nicolas Sula and then Danny Parejo. Koke left. I did notice that Atletico Madrid didn't sign a soul and sold Koke and someone else. I can't remember, but decent window. Oh, Sociedad replaced Isaac all right, though. Guri is a very good striker. Well, we've had only 1 game so far in this time span of however long it's been. Let's get another game in. I don't think we do Osasuna. Do we do Bayern Munich today, or do we kick off with Bayern Munich? I think maybe we do Osasuna then. Let's see how some of the new guys get on. We do have Bayern Munich after this one. So I have opted to put the new boys on the bench. They're there. Yusuf Demir is going to start on the left. Linez on the right. Of course, this is something we're going to have to get familiar with, rotating the team a lot. There's 3 games in this 1 week, let alone. So Mats Hummels comes in for the first time, though, and has been given the captain's armband. Let's see how he gets on. Again, this is a very different looking Barcelona than what we're used to, but that's probably going to be what happens in real life. Considering some of the performances as well, I have tweaked the tactic. I don't know if you guys are interested in the tactical stuff. If you want me to show you it, then, you know, whatever, that's absolutely fine. I might just make individual tactic videos, so like the Leicester one that I had and maybe this one. We'll see what happens, but we have tweaked it in the hopes that we can get more out of the team today. Have they got Alvaro Morata, Osasuna? I thought it might be his cousin or something, but it's looking like it is Alvaro. Yeah, just casually playing for Osasuna these days is Alvaro. 83 rated Alvaro Morata. He's at Osasuna. Okay, so we'll see how he gets on against us. He's going to be a bit of a problem. Mats Hummels in his first appearance there at the back. Hopefully, Morata's just offside a lot, like in real life. Big opportunity for Demir today as well. Being gifted the opportunity to start, which is huge for him, really, because we need to see more from him. Now, I do have 1 central midfielder now who is angling further forward, and it will always be the left of the central midfielders, while the other one stays a little bit further back. So I've given that role, I believe, to McKinney today. Yeah, because I feel like he's the stronger of the 2 running forward. Got one of these before. Can I score one of these again? No, it's gone all the way through. I play a beautiful ball out to Linez, who might get it. Does he get it? Is he up against Paul Dummett? He is up against Paul Dummett. He's got it. He's got it. Memphis Depay. There we go. Mistake from Paul Dummett. That's what you get. That's what you get, Osasuna, for signing Dummett for Newcastle. Like, what are you doing? But Barcelona, on the mistake of Dummett, well played Linez, will make this 1-0. And Memphis Depay, again, getting another goal. He's not been prolific, but he's getting goals. He's picking them up here and there. Oh, they're making mistakes now. That's not a bad ball across to Linez either. He's going to be a problem today, I'm telling you now. Linez has improved massively. He's going to take it all the way. Oh, I thought he was going to score it. He has started very, very lively. Let's whip a corner in. And again, we don't have too much height, but Hummels, oh, nearly on his debut. He's very good at scoring headers. Tactical tweaks already, feeling like we're getting a few more bodies further forward, and we're just playing a little bit better. Yusuf Demir now. Clever with that. Very, very clever with that. For some strange reason, Mats Hummels has made a charge forward. That is a horrendous foul there, surely. Go on then, McKinney. Oh, that's lovely. McKinney's in. Oh, he's pulled it just past the post. That's more like it, though, in making that run forward. And great ball from Yusuf Demir. Ines again finding himself on the ball. He's done really well there. Depay tries to pull it across. Yusuf Demir held his run weirdly there. I'm not sure why he'd made that decision, but I didn't realise that I was that player. Up against Alvaro Morata there. Shall we win the header? Mats Hummels has started very brightly. It's a good ball. Depay just couldn't get onto it. Line though will win it back. Depay down to McKinney. Oh, what a scissor kick goal that would have been. This is a great save from the goalkeeper, though. Let's be fair to them. Like, the goal is a bit at him. We know going into the second half that 1-0's not good enough. We know that. 1-0's never good enough for me. I have to score 2. Because at 1-0, you know I'm going to concede something right at the end of the game. There. Up to Yusuf Demir. Oh, Demir's footwork there was lovely. Depay takes it. Oh, he couldn't get his shot off. That defender has had a really good day. Obviously, apart from the goal, he's been all over. Absolutely all over. Memphis Depay now. Can he do? He's going to rotate there. And he's going to find Ricky Puig. Oh, my God. The goalkeeper saves it again. We're going to make a double sub here. McKinney's going to come off for Yorkie, who needs some game time, needs to get his match sharpness up. And we'll bring Memphis off for Jesus Ferreira because I want Memphis to be fit, basically, for the Bayern Munich game. To be 100% honest. Can we just get a second goal here, Eric Garcia? Over the bar. Not good enough header. It's not his strong suit. Diego Lainez has had a great game, though. There's no doubt about that. But let's bring on a Barjuel and see how he gets on there. His first appearance here in a Barcelona shirt. I'm excited to see how he gets on. I hate this scoreline at the moment. I'm not going to lie. Mats Hummels. No, that was Lewis Müller. Did a really good job there. Well in a Marty, though. I don't feel like we've got the bodies that I need here in the centre of the park. And Barjuel's going to pick the football up for the first time. He's going to play that one forward to Jesus Ferreira, who's now going to have the option to go out wide to Yusuf Demir. Yusuf Demir will come back centrally, and Jesus Ferreira's pass there had to be better. We had a central midfielder in open space, and Jesus just couldn't make the pass, and that's probably going to be an issue for him in these coming seasons, that he's not at that level yet, is he? He needs to be improved massively. Well defended, Yorkie. Barjuel's going over. Barjuel has gone over, but again, Jesus Ferreira's passing is really letting me down up top. And I feel for him because it's not his strong suit and he's still super young. He's not that good yet, but we are going to win this one 1-0. Barcelona the winners. And it was decent. We got to see some of the new players. We didn't get to see too much. The Bayern Munich game, of course, is what matters in the next episode, but it was just good to get this one out of the way and get a win. But again, we haven't really looked dominant. We dominated possession and we dominated the flow of play, but we haven't smashed a lot of goals in yet, like you'd expect Barcelona to do. And that is worrying me, that we need to find that rhythm. I hope you made yourselves a brew for the start of that one, because it ended up being far longer than I expected. The window ended up being crazier than I ever expected, but we've got our squad now, and I'm excited to see what the new boys do. I'm excited to see how the new players get on. But that's going to be it for this one massive episode. Next time out, we'll fly through a ton of games, especially kicking off our Champions League campaign. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're having a great week so far on this super festive week, if that's what we want to call it. I will see you in the next episode. Let me know as well down below how you think we got on in the window. Like, it was a difficult one because we're trying to be realistic, and we're trying to be realistic again, I'll say it, in the game world, but let me know down below how you think we got on.